We are going to finish up this section on real numbers by looking at and talking about sets of real numbers. So some sets of numbers are subsets of other sets of numbers. For example, rational numbers and irrational numbers are subsets of real numbers. Watch this video, and as you watch, you are going to follow along on page 96 in your workbook. So on page 96, there are some blanks to fill in under that table. So take a second and turn there, and as you're watching this video, you're going to fill in some of those blanks on there.
The set of natural numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Natural numbers are a subset of whole numbers. The set of whole numbers includes the natural numbers, so all natural numbers are whole numbers. Whole numbers are a subset of integers. The set of integers includes the whole numbers plus their opposites and zero. All whole numbers are integers. Integers are a subset of rational numbers. A rational number is any number that can be written as the ratio of two integers where the denominator is not zero. All integers are rational numbers. An irrational number is any number that cannot be written as the ratio of two integers where the denominator is not zero. Rational numbers and irrational numbers are subsets of real numbers. All rational numbers are real numbers, and all irrational numbers are real numbers.
So it's important to note, because you're going to be asked for several true-false statements. If a given statement about real numbers is false, you can provide a counterexample. A counterexample is a statement or example that shows a conjecture or a guess or a statement is false. So natural numbers are a subset of whole numbers. What other subsets of numbers are shown? So natural is a subset of whole. Natural is also a subset of integers. Natural would also be a subset of rational numbers. Whole numbers is a subset of integers and rational numbers and real numbers. So just understand that some of these sets are what we call subsets. And any number that is in a subset, so all natural numbers are also whole numbers, because it's a subset of whole numbers. All whole numbers are also integers. All integers are also rational numbers. So that's important to know. But then you're going to be asked some true-false statements, and this Venn diagram can be helpful. So for the following statement, is it true? If so, explain. If not, provide a counterexample. And all you need is one counterexample to prove a statement false. So the statement, all rational numbers are integers. Think about it for a second. Is that true or false? Well, integers are a subset of rational numbers, so this statement is false. One possible counterexample is 0.6. 0.6 is a rational number, but not an integer. 1/2 would be another counterexample. 2/3 would be another counterexample. 25% would be another counterexample. So there's a lot, but all we need is one to prove that it is false. And again, I just gave you a few other counterexamples for that. Here's another example for you. All integers are irrational numbers. Is that true or false? All integers are irrational numbers. Well, from the Venn diagram, that is very obviously false. And all you need is a counterexample. So you can list an integer, -2. That's not an irrational number. Any integer that you list is not an irrational number, because it can be written in the form a over b. So that's all you need here. So now take a minute. I want you guys to pause the video, and on the bottom of page 97, there's a check problem. I would like you to do that check problem, And just to prove that you are watching this video, I want you to draw a big smiley face right next to that check problem on page 97. So I will be looking for the smiley face, and I will also be looking for your answer to that check problem. If you don't understand, you can ask about it in class tomorrow. Here's another example. We want to determine if this statement is true or false. All irrational numbers are real numbers. Well, again, we can see that irrational numbers are a subset of real numbers. So therefore, all irrational numbers are real numbers. This statement is true. There is one more check problem on in the middle of page 98. I would like you to do that one as well. And that word check, I would like you to draw a box around that word check, and I will be looking for that along with your answer for that problem in class tomorrow. Alright, that was our first video. I will see you tomorrow. If you have any questions, we can go over them then.